Babes Wodumo's assault at the hands of her boyfriend Mampintsha has enraged South Africans. She's laid charges of assault against him. Her family is expected to address the media this morning. The singer's father has publicly accused Mampintsha not only of abusing his daughter, but also stealing millions that she's made from music. eNCA's Dasen Thathiah is following this story for us, and he joins us live from Durban. Dasen, good morning to you. So talk to us about whether or not the venue of the media briefing to be held by Babes Wodumo and her family, whether that venue has been disclosed, and what time will this briefing be?
Polly, we are at the venue now. We understand that that briefing is meant to take place at 10 o'clock, so that will be held by the Simelane family. In fact, we're also told that Babes Wodumo herself will also be here. Just the extent of her participation in that briefing is something that we don't know yet. Naturally, we will try to speak to her when that briefing gets underway in just about an hour or so. But also at the same time, at that hour, 10 o'clock in fact, police are also saying that that is their deadline to have found Mampintsha, because this morning they had changed their activation plan from 72 hours down to 3, and the National Commissioner made that announcement just before 7 o'clock, saying that within 3 hours Mampintsha would have to answer for his role in that assault video.
Dasen, we know that Babes Wodumo did go and lay a charge. The question is, which police station did she go to? Because yesterday, in your conversation with her father, he pointed out that the police officers in the Westville police station seem to be in the pocket of Mampintsha, the boyfriend. Where would she have gone and laid this charge? And how, also importantly here, Dasen, how are police responding to the accusation that they are on the payroll of Mampintsha, if you like?
Well, she still went to that Westville police station, and that would have happened because of the vicinity in which they lived and where this assault took place. So she did open the case there. What the father was then saying was that he hopes that this case would be treated the right way and that it would be, the investigation would be seen through. He even called on the police minister to step in to ensure that those at the Westville police station are not accepting any bribes, and that there is some kind of cleanup that takes place at that police station. Now, police haven't officially responded to those allegations yet. For now, they've focused their attention primarily on the actual investigation. So a number of things happened in that regard, Polly. You'll remember that about midday yesterday, there was the EFF and KZN that went to the Umlazi police station and opened a case. Babes Wodumo herself was accompanied by the ANC when she opened that case in Westville, and her father told us about that shortly after it happened. And at the same time, the National SAPS had also launched its own investigation. At that point, they were looking to get a hold of Babes Wodumo and interview her in relation to this matter. So a number of processes taking place, and leading up to this morning's announcement that they want Mampintsha to hand himself in, or they will find him before 10 o'clock. But the important thing here that they're stressing is that they're not calling this an arrest per se. They're saying that Mampintsha will be able to assist in this investigation, and that is why they need to get a hold of him as soon as possible.
Dasen, just as a final question to you, talk to us about whether or not Mampintsha's family, that is the Maphumulo family, is talking at all, given that the father of Bongegile Simelane, which is Babes Wodumo, says that he's had a conversation with Mampintsha's father to say, please talk to your son and ask him to stop abusing my daughter.
No word from the Maphumulo family, Koli, but the same can be said for Mampintsha himself. While the police have been looking for him, the general public has also been trying to get his version of events. People have been tagging him on Twitter. Journalists, even us included, have been trying his personal phone numbers as well to try to get some comment, been sending WhatsApps and SMSs, but so far there's been nothing in that regard. Those allegations you're talking about that were made by Mbongeni Simelane yesterday speak to the fact that he says he had alerted the father, Mampintsha's father, to the fact that his son was abusing babes Wodumo. But what he says is that the father had promised to speak to Mampintsha. Now, this is before the incident that we all saw in the video. This was some time back, in fact. And he says that that father had promised to speak to Mampintsha, but as far as he understands, it didn't actually help anything at all, because it still culminated in that assault that we saw in that video that went viral.
That's Dasen Thathiah, my colleague down in Durban, at the venue where the media briefing that will be held by the Simelane family will get underway. We'll take you live to that press conference as soon as it does start.